How's it going? I have a new vinyl finds here. I'm just gonna start out showing stuff because that's just how I do things. I'm gonna start with some 7-inches here. I have 5 of them. Up first is a group called Pet Mosquito. Pre-apocalypse motorcycle music. I have this from Slovenly Records. Sort of reminds me of this group I used to like back in the 90s called the Dirties. Really nasty, fast-paced garage punk. Really good. Can't believe this actually came out. It's New Gories. I think it's 2 tracks that they recorded a long time ago and finally got put to vinyl from a label called Wild Honey Records. And this green vinyl here, and there's a blue version and just plain black. I'm a really big fan of this band. I have all the releases, the records, a lot of 7-inches and stuff. Definitely budget rock type music, but they also, they incorporate a lot of garage, blues, soul, and punk into their sound. Sort of like a budget rock R&B band. Really great. Had some look at a couple of stores this past weekend, and these 3 7-inches I found at one of them. This one is from Hassel Atkins with 2 tracks, She's Mine and a Chicken Walk. This, from what I see, it came out in 1980 on some label called, I think, Jan Records. Right there. I've never seen it before, so when, early, I guess like what, late 50s, early 60s, Hassel Atkins is really essential. So, and I found 2 bass Ho 7-inches here. It's a 2-man band. One of them, Don Howland, he was in the Gibson Brothers. He's been in 68 Comeback. He's done some releases as Wooden Tid under his own name. He's done some releases with the Oblivions. So I just love his stuff. One of these is from In the Red Records, and the other from some label called Seldom Seen Records. So I had to get them both. Pretty cheap heat. And in those 2 stores I'm gonna show. I guess I'm gonna start with the garage stuff first here. I found these 2 in the same store as well. First, if you ever come across this record, because it's really hard to find, and I was shocked that it was out in the wild. So I have a copy of it, but an extra copy doesn't hurt. Like Guitar Wolf's Kung Fu Ramon, bag of Hammers Records. Japanese band. This record is extreme. It's definitely a noise rock release, but it's noise rock rockabilly, right? Budget rock, but extremely distorted and lo-fi, really no-fi. But that's the charm. That's the charm of the record. So, Guitar Wolf, Kung Fu Ramon. Really happy I found this one. And this was another great one. It's Australian band, Bloodlost. The Truth is Marching In. From Amaranth Records. It says here, limited edition of 500. Some of this is an OG here. Came out 89, I think. 89 or 90. Probably 90. Grungy, noise rock as well. Sludgy, doomy. Definitely cousins to like The Birthday Party or Fungus Brains, if you're into any of those type of bands. Or even, I think some members were in Lubricated Goat. So yeah, this is awesome release, really good. Bloodlost, Truth is Marching In. This one here, I have the first comp, so I had to get the second one, but it's called Old Canada 2. It's a collection of bands covering Canadian punk rock songs. And this came out in the 90s, and this is from Lance Rock Records, and it has groups on here like the Von Zippers, Mudhoney, Titans, Mance, Sugar Shacks, Rebels Rancheros, Silvertron, Nomads, Junior Varsity, Seder, Forbidden Dimension, Teenage Kicks, Puritans. So it's going to be good if you're into any type of budget rock or garage punk from the 90s. And Lance Rock Records was a great label. Oh, this is a good one here. Someone showed this, I think, on Facebook, and I completely forgot about this group, but I found a cheap copy. Had to get it. The Satelliters with High Karate from Dionysus Records. Garage Surf here from 96. Really freaking good. The Satelliters. Okay, this one, Plastic Crime Wave Syndicate, Golden Skull from two labels, Cardinal Fuzz and Feeding Tube Records. I bought it from Feeding Tube Records. Plastic Crime Wave is a guy, he's been in a number of bands, he's a great artist, he's released some amazing zines. Well, it's actually Tales of the Golden Skull. But really high energy, space rock, drone music, really freaking good. Had to get it. Got the new Amo and the Sniffers with Cartoon Darkness. This band is sort of a hit and miss with me, Australian. I like their first two releases, right? The one before this, and this one I have to give it a few more listens and let it sink in to see if I actually really want to keep it and like it. I don't know. They have like with these last two records, they have maybe like 2 or 3 really good songs, and the rest of the songs I'm not into. But I'm gonna give it a shot. This is a really good one here. Sonic Demon, 1,000 Demons. I forgot where they're from, but man, really distorted, heavy, sludgy stoner rock here. So good. Sonic Demon. Love that color. Had to get this because, you know, why not? I think the first time I ever heard this guy's music was on the movie Broken Flowers, and I've been a fan ever since. But it's Mulatu of Ethiopia, Mulatu Astaki. It's a reissue, 2 LP set. White vinyl of mono and stereo versions of this record from Strut Records. Classic Etho Jazz here from the 70s. These next 3 records are from his awesome label based out of the UK called Riot Season Records. Riot Season Records. This first one is called Hollow Eyes, and it's So Many Easy Ways to Pay. And I got this because of the guitarist on here, Mike Vest. I pretty much buy anything he's in because I'm a fan of his, obviously. And this band doesn't disappoint. Noise rock, space rock, and everything in between. Really good. Hollow Eyes. And these other 2 here finally have been put to vinyl. They only came out originally in 2004 and 2006 on CD. And I was like, I really wish someone would put these on vinyl, and here they are. Acid Mother's Temple and the Milton Parisio UFO, and this one is Mantra of Love. If you're a fan, you know what you're in for. This is classic AMT from the early 2000s. Classic lineup, splatter vinyl here, you can see that. And this one, another beauty from them, Acid Mother's Temple and the Cosmic Inferno. And this is Starless and the Bible Black Sabbath. Splatter as well, sort of an homage to, I guess, the first Sabbath record with the witch standing in the field or whatever. Awesome release here from Riot Season Records. These 2 classic Acid Mother's Temple records. This one is another great sludgy, noisy, distorted, fuzz-filled stoner rock record. Name of the group is called Volume, and it's Joy of Navigation, a trip through the eternal unknown. And I bought it because the guitarist in here, Ed Mundell, he was the original guitarist in Monster Magnet. I think he was on Spine of God, that record. So that's a really great record, and he's a really great guitarist. But Volume, Joy of Navigation on Cosmic. What is this? Artifact Records. Yeah, great release. I guess Rhino now is doing like comps of bands output, right? Because I bought the Stooges version of this. Now this is Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band's version called Now Playing, and it features 10 songs off of various early records, I think from the 70s. Had to get it. I'm a fan, so you know, why not? Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, his Magic Band. Had to get this when I saw it. It's just Kaleidoscope from Grusin Records. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Yeah, Grusin. Obviously the awesome colored vinyl there. Was really great psychedelic band from is it the early 70s? 69. You know, says it was released in only in Mexico in 1969 as a tiny pressing. Whatever, it's just an awesome fucking record, you know. Acid Fuzz here all the way, and Psych, so you know, I'm a fan of both. And finally, I didn't even know this record was reissued. I was just looking around and boom, there it was. Helmet, Betty, 2LP set, gray vinyl, classic Helmet from the 90s. I think it came out in 94, if I'm not mistaken. It's funny because when I was in one of these record stores yesterday, I saw an original 10-inch of this record for like $150. Used. No. So, really happy to have this great reissue. Actually, they changed the artwork on the front cover. I like this artwork of this, you know, this picture here. And it comes as a, if I can get it out, you see, just a little deal here. So this is the actual cover, what they did, which I don't know why they should have just kept that over there. So yeah, like I said in my previous video, I like Helmet all the way from Born Annoying to Betty, and then that's it. No more Helmet. But oh, forgot what I'm playing. 5+4 Powerhouse. Someone on Instagram showed an OG of this record, and obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna find an OG of this ever, or if I could even afford it to buy it if I did find it. So I found this 1996 reissue, Australian press. Fucking amazing fucking record. I love it. You know, it reminds me of a library record, but obviously with soul, funk, and progressive jazz elements in it that I really, really love. And the keys in it are fucking phenomenal. So, yeah, 5+4 Powerhouse. The label here is Yellow Productions. So, yeah, I bought this from someone actually from in Australia. They were selling it pretty cheap, so I jumped on it. Oh, that's it. You guys take care. Have a great Sunday.